welcome to Jurisedge Academy's YouTube channel. We are starting a new series called Know Your Case Law, in which we will be discussing important recent as well as landmark cases. We'll tell you the facts of the case, the findings of the case, and the reasoning which has been employed by the court in coming to that conclusion. So let's start the series with the first case that we have for today. That is the case of Ashish Shelar versus Maharashtra Legislative Assembly. It's a January 2022 judgment. It's a 3-judge bench decision. It's a very important case so far as parliamentary privileges are concerned. So let's start with the brief facts of the case. So this case concerned 12 BJP MLAs who were suspended in July 2021 for a period of 1 year by the Speaker of Maharashtra Legislative Assembly. So the issue in this case was the validity of suspension of these 12 BJP MLAs. So the main issue, of course, was that does the Speaker have the power to suspend MLAs for a period of 1 year or not? There were other issues also which were framed by the court in the early stage, but the court limited its discussion on the power of the Speaker and whether such a power can be used to suspend a member of the Legislative Assembly for a period of 1 year, and what are the corresponding rules that deal with this particular issue. So now let's come to the main findings of the case as to what did the court say with respect to some of the most important issues that were involved in this judgment. So first things first, the court talked about maintainability of the petition. So in this case, the issue was that whether the petition is maintainable or not, because Article 122 of the Constitution basically says that courts should not interfere with the legislative procedure, but it also says that this protection or this immunity only extends to irregularity of procedure. So in this case, while referring to a lot of other landmark judgments, the court came to the conclusion that the immunity from judicial review under Article 122 only extends to matters of irregularity of procedure and not illegality of procedure, and that is why the court found the petition to be maintainable. Now coming to the most important issue, that is the primary issue of this case, that whether the Speaker has the power to suspend a member, and if yes, then for how long. So the court in this case analyzed the Maharashtra Assembly rules which were in place, which were made under Article 208 of the Constitution. So the court came to the conclusion that as per the constitutional scheme and the rules framed under Article 208, the Speaker can suspend the member for disorderly conduct. But for this, the suspension can either last for the remaining day, or if there is a repeated instance of disorderly conduct, then the suspension can also be made for the remainder of the session. So that is why the court came to the conclusion that the power to suspend can only be exercised for this stated purpose, that is for bringing in discipline and to ensure that the proceedings of the House are carried on without disruption, and in no case this suspension can be extended beyond the period of the remainder of the session. The court also talked about the issue of procedural irregularity and procedural illegality, and the court said that the decision of the Speaker in this case is substantially illegal and does not come under the ambit of procedural irregularity. So finally, the court decided that the resolution suspending the 12 BJP MLAs for a period of 1 year suffers from the vice of being unconstitutional, grossly illegal, and irrational to the extent of period of suspension beyond the remainder of the concerned ongoing session. So this brings us to the end of our video. If you liked our content, please like and share and subscribe to our YouTube channel.